Yeah, it is. I think we remember, at Rio all those years ago, and then rocking up to the village, it sort of becomes real. Yeah, so it's nice to get the campaign actually here and now and ready to go.
Obviously, the first time the women have competed at a Commonwealth Games. I mean, is there extra significance to that?
Oh, there is definitely. I mean, you look at the evolution of women's sport and particularly rugby seven. So yes, there is. But from our point of view, it's just about doing our job, following our process, and having fun and doing everything we can to perform to our best.
How are the girls looking and feeling? Are you pleased with where they're at this close to the Games?
Yeah, very pleased. We had a wonderful tournament in Dubai, followed it up in Sydney. And just physically and mentally, we're in a really good place. So we are leading into this tournament, with preparing without regret, and we're certainly on that plane. So we've got obviously, I think it's 10 days now, 11 days until we actually take to the field. So there's still a fair bit of work to do between now and then.
There are big names, obviously. Charlotte Caslick, everyone knows her name. But, I mean, who are the ones that everyone needs to look out for? Who are the ones that are going to surprise everyone?
All of them. No, I'm biased. No, they're wonderful. But the beauty of the team and why they've been successful for so many years is that there's danger all over the field. And, some of those leader girls of sort of the core group, they've sort of led it and sort of educated the group coming through. But you look through the team, and there's a really good balance and some quality players all over the field. And you look at the form at the moment. Varney Polite has been in the team from 5-6 years, but she is playing as one of the world's best players, which is fantastic. And then you've got some young guns coming through with Emma Sykes and Demi Hayes. So it's a very very well balanced team.
You guys kind of have to wait until that last weekend to actually play. How do you kind of keep them mentally in check? I mean, it is a fair wait between now and then.
Yeah, I don't know. No, they're really mature. We are quite resilient in the fact that with sevens, you're travelling all around the world. You're always hitting different curveballs, different situations. So nothing's really ever the same. As much as you try and control it, you can't. And they're world-class players now, and they understand that you have to adapt to certain situations. So we're fully aware that we're at the end, and there will be distractions sort of left, right and centre and whatnot, being in a multi-sport event, but also at the end. So we've just got to make sure that we're in our performance bubble and that we're focusing on our job, and we're here to work. So it's a business trip, and that's the approach that we're taking into it. And once we play and the final whistle goes, then we can look up and enjoy everything it is about the event.
How much does the Rio experience help with preparation this time?
I think we learned a lot out of that, the way that we sort of went into it, but also the way that the players were put under pressure and handling pressure. So I think it certainly puts us in pretty good position, but you always have to evolve, and the way we prepared for Rio is different to the way we are going to prepare here. One for being at home, but one you always have to sort of challenge it and challenge ourselves to be better. So there are subtle things, but everything we learnt from that we can take forward into this one.
You guys obviously work pretty closely with the men's program as well as the James Stannard situation. Had much of an impact on you guys?
I mean, we all love James and we care for him and the team. So there is that impact, but from a team point of view, we go about our job. So yeah, we were rattled and shocked around that, but now it's time to focus on us and play. And if we can draw motivation, to do it for Chucky as well, then we can certainly take that into our preparation as well.
Gold expectation for this squad?
Yeah, that's what we're here to do. But our thing is performance, and we have some incredibly good players, a really good experience, really good close-knit group that understand the game well. So performance is our number one, and we know if we perform to our best, then we're going to be up the top there, competing for that gold medal.
Obviously, do you think it's a matter of time until there's more women's tournaments? I mean, you've started with Duns over 3 months since Sydney. Is it going to grow?
Yeah, I think there will be. I mean, look at the rate in which the women's sevens is growing, and the demand for more tournaments, both at a grassroots level all the way to the elite level. And for the game to continue to grow, then we need those more tournaments. So, you know, the World Series sort of between 5 and 6 tournaments, and there's World Cups and Commonwealth Games. But it'd be fantastic to get that number up to 7 and 8, and I don't think that's far away.
Has it been hard because you were almost perfect or as good as you could be in Sydney, and then have to wait so long to play again competitively?
We ended up in Las Vegas. We had a series against the USA, which was fantastic. You know, they're a team that's not in the Commonwealth Games, but they're certainly a team that challenge us in different ways, and we'll challenge teams here, will challenge us in that way. So we actually got that competitive fix there. From Sydney, that was just a really great progression in the way that we were playing and different things that we were trying. But this is a whole new event, so although that memory will last, you know, it's in the past now. So we're just focusing on this one, and of course how we can be better.
You guys probably got the jump on most sports in terms of you know, competing for the best female athletes, but now, you know, AFL started up. Are you finding the competition harder now?
Not so much harder. I think it's a massively positive thing for women's sport and women's contact sport, and we have a really good product, you know, within women's sevens. And you know, if you're looking at it from a competition point of view, I think it's really good because one, if someone does want to play rugby sevens, whether it be, you know, making a switch, that they've already got an understanding of how to be professional and come across. So I think it's a benefit for the whole of Australian sport, but you know, for rugby sevens. But I'm sure there'll be a stage there where, you know, you got to make a choice around what you want to do. I believe we have a product, but you know, if the player wants to play AFL or rugby league or whatever it is, then go for it. And I think there's so much talent within Australia that you know, the more teams there are, the better, and hopefully the cream of the crop will come to the sevens.
And I guess you've got the Olympic gold medal at the end of it, haven't you?
There's a lot of positive. Yeah, you know, a professional team, a World Series, Commonwealth Games, Olympics. There's a lot of sort of benchmarks or positives or points of difference that rugby sevens has over other sports. But again, it's what your heart wants, what the heart wants, and if you want to, you know, you're born playing AFL, then you're going to do that. NRL is that, and then there's financial things and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll certainly do our best to create the product and hopefully get the best players.
Sevens competition in Glasgow was probably the hit of the tournament. Are you expecting that here?
I certainly hope so. I mean, everyone who's been to sevens and watched it is an incredible event. You know, it's terribly exciting. It's fun on and off the field. So you can expect to see that, and the beauty of being in a multi-sport scenario is that you can expose so many different supporters or spectators or whatever to the game, and they can open their eyes to see how wonderful this game is, which it is. But it's just nice to be able to share it and then hopefully grow the game further.
Actually, do you know if you're taking over the men's job immediately after this?
No, still in a bit of a transition period, and everything is focused on the Commonwealth Games and making sure that I'm giving myself to the team and everything I can to make sure that they perform here, and then making sure that, you know, from post that they're in a good headspace as well.
Does it feel like it's the end of the journey?
This is it? Not really. I don't think it'll hit me until they're in Japan and competing in the next event and I'm not. I think that's when it'll really hit home. But everything now has just been normal. We when it was announced that I was going to step down, there was a bit of emotion, and then we went out and had one of the best training sessions we've ever had. Then we went out and played in Sydney, one of the best tournaments or the best they played for a long time. So I don't think it's going to really change until after, and then I think I'll be reaching for the tissues and probably not them.
Thanks, mate.
No worries.